Lovely viewers, today we are diving into one of the most heartwarming and glamorous events to ever light up the Korean entertainment world. The breathtaking baby shower that Lee Min-ho threw for song Hye Kyo. This wasn't just a celebration, it was a grand shower of love, admiration, and joy that brought fans to tears and left everyone who witnessed it speechless. The event symbolized so much more than the arrival of a baby. It was a moment of unity, gratitude, and the purest display of affection from one of the most admired couples in Asia. And because this is a space where we connect deeply, I want you to settle in and feel as though you are right there in the room with them, walking through every detail, experiencing the emotions, and sharing the laughter and tears of this unforgettable occasion. From the very beginning, Lee Min-ho wanted the baby shower to be more than just a gathering. To him, it had to reflect his deep appreciation for song Hye Kyo, his excitement about their baby, and his gratitude toward the families, friends, and fans who have been rooting for their love story. He spared no detail in the planning, personally overseeing the decor, the entertainment, and even the menu. Those close to the couple revealed that Min-ho would often sneak away from his busy filming schedule just to call event planners and discuss how every single flower, ribbon, and crystal chandelier should look. And what he envisioned was nothing short of magical. The venue was chosen carefully, a luxurious private hall tucked away in the heart of Seoul, transformed into a dreamy haven of soft pastels, shimmering lights, and elegant floral arrangements. When the guests arrived, they were greeted by a breathtaking archway of white roses and hydrangeas, symbolizing purity and new beginnings. The theme of the evening was Shower of Love, and it wasn't just a name. Every detail carried that message. The tables sparkled with delicate silver cutlery, baby blue and blush pink centerpieces, and golden candle holders that gave off a warm glow. It was like stepping into a fairy tale. Lovely viewers, imagine being in that room. The air filled with soft music, the scent of fresh flowers, and the hum of anticipation as friends, family, and celebrity guests mingled, waiting for the couple of the hour to arrive. And then the moment came. Lee Min-ho walked in hand with Song Hye Kyo, who looked radiant in a flowing gown that accentuated her natural glow. Her smile was wide and genuine, her eyes sparkling with both shyness and excitement. Beside her, Min-ho looked proud, protective, and deeply emotional, clearly cherishing every moment of this milestone. The guests immediately broke into applause, some even tearing up at the sight of the couple. Cameras flashed, not just from the media but also from friends, capturing the private beauty of the moment. Song Hye Kyo waved shyly, covering her mouth as she laughed, while Min-ho leaned toward her and whispered something that made her giggle, a small, intimate gesture that spoke volumes about their bond. Fans who later saw photos of that moment described it as the kind of love that lights up a room. What made this baby shower even more touching was how involved Min-ho was in every aspect. He didn't just hire planners and step back. He personally selected the entertainment for the evening. A live orchestra played soft classical tunes as guests dined, and later a famous Korean ballad singer performed some of Hye Kyo's favorite songs. Min-ho even surprised her with a romantic serenade, his deep, soothing voice filling the hall as he sang a heartfelt lullaby he had secretly written for their baby. Song Hye Kyo couldn't hold back her tears. She placed her hands over her heart, visibly moved, while guests gave him a standing ovation. Lovely viewers, can you picture that? The dimmed lights, the quiet strumming of instruments, Min-ho's voice echoing with emotion, and Hye Kyo wiping her tears as she looked at him with pure love. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a memory etched into their hearts forever. Guests whispered to one another that this was one of the most genuine displays of devotion they had ever seen from a celebrity couple. The baby shower wasn't just about glamour, it was also deeply personal. A special video montage was played, featuring clips of the couple's journey together, candid photos of their vacations, behind-the-scenes laughter, and heartfelt messages from friends and family who couldn't attend. At one point, a childhood photo of Min-ho appeared on the screen, followed by one of Hye Kyo, and finally an animation of a tiny baby with features resembling both of them. The crowd erupted in laughter and applause, while Minho gently placed his hand on Hye Kyo's baby bump, whispering, "That's us." The room collectively melted at that sight. Another touching highlight was the gift-giving ceremony. Guests came bearing symbolic presents, from handmade baby clothes to customized cribs and even traditional Korean items meant to bring good fortune and blessings to the child. But perhaps the most emotional gift of the night came from Minho himself. Toward the end of the evening, he presented Hye Kyo with a dazzling diamond-encrusted bracelet, engraved with the words, "Forever my love, forever our family." The gesture left her in tears, and she embraced him tightly as the guests clapped in awe. The food at the event was another masterpiece. Minho made sure the menu included a mix of Korean delicacies and international cuisines, catering to everyone's tastes. There were delicate hors d'oeuvres, hearty dishes, and an array of desserts that looked almost too beautiful to eat. The highlight was the towering baby-themed cake, decorated with pastel icing, tiny edible shoes, and clouds of whipped cream. When the couple cut the cake together, the crowd cheered, cameras flashed, and laughter filled the air. Now let's not forget the fun games. Baby showers are incomplete without light-hearted moments, and Minho ensured this tradition was upheld. There was a guessing game where guests had to predict the baby's gender, weight, and even possible features. Some guests playfully argued over whether the baby would inherit Minho's tall frame or Hye Kyo's delicate features. The couple themselves joined in, laughing and teasing each other. Minho jokingly said, "I hope the baby doesn't inherit my clumsiness," while Hye Kyo laughed and added, "And I hope they get his heart." That little comment had everyone sighing with adoration. Lovely viewers, can you feel how magical this event was? It wasn't just a celebrity gathering. It was love in its purest form, shared openly and sincerely. Even the media, often critical, couldn't help but describe the evening as one of the most beautiful celebrations of family they had ever covered. Social media exploded with hashtags like #MinhoBabyShower and #ShowerOfLove, with fans posting photos, clips, and emotional messages congratulating the couple. Some fans even created artwork and fan-made videos to celebrate the occasion, proving just how much their love story means to millions worldwide. The baby shower ended on a truly unforgettable note. As the evening drew to a close, Minho led Hye Kyo onto the dance floor for a slow dance. The lights dimmed, the orchestra played softly, and the couple swayed together, lost in their own world. Guests stood around, watching in silence, as if not to disturb the intimacy of the moment. It was the perfect ending, a quiet reminder that beyond all the glitz, glamour, and fanfare, what truly matters is love, family, and togetherness. But even after the event, the buzz hasn't died down. Fans continue to speculate about the baby's gender, potential name, and how this milestone will shape their journey as parents. Many believe this baby shower is just the beginning of even greater milestones to come, like the baby's first public appearance or the couple's future family traditions. Some even say that Minho's overwhelming display of love has raised the bar for all husbands and partners everywhere. Lovely viewers, let me ask you, if you were at that baby shower, what part would have touched you the most? Would it be the breathtaking decor, the emotional serenade, the heartfelt gifts, or simply the sight of two people so deeply in love, ready to welcome their child? These are the kinds of moments that remind us why we believe in love stories, why we root for couples like Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo. The night didn't truly end when the couple shared their slow dance. In fact, what followed afterward gave even more heartwarming layers to the story, moments that only those present could fully treasure, but that we, together, can relive through imagination, emotion, and shared excitement. After the final notes of the orchestra's melody faded into silence, and Minho gently kissed Song Hye Kyo's forehead, guests believed the night had come to an end. But Lee Min-ho had one last surprise up his sleeve. With his usual charm and mischievous glint in his eyes, he announced that the evening wasn't quite over. Suddenly, the lights in the hall dimmed further, and the walls lit up with a projection, a heartfelt video message compilation from fans across the globe. Yes, lovely viewers, Minho had secretly asked his team to collect thousands of fan letters, photos, and video snippets, carefully curated into a 15-minute tribute. The screen flickered with fans holding banners, wearing couple-themed shirts, and sending blessings in every language imaginable. From Seoul to Los Angeles, from Manila to Paris, voices echoed in unison. "We love you, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo." Some fans sang, some danced, while others simply smiled with tears in their eyes, holding up handwritten notes that read, "Congratulations on your baby. You inspire us, and forever our favorite couple." Song Hye Kyo covered her face in disbelief, her shoulders trembling as tears streamed down her cheeks. She whispered to Min-ho, "They did this for us," and he nodded with pride. He leaned toward her ear and said, "You've given so much love to the world, and now it's giving it back to you." The guests, equally touched, gave a standing ovation to the fans who weren't physically present but whose love filled the room like a warm embrace. Lovely viewers, can you imagine the depth of that moment? The walls of the hall, alive with the faces of fans from every corner of the globe, celebrating a baby who had yet to be born but who was already so loved. It wasn't just a baby shower anymore. It had become a universal celebration of hope, love, and connection. But the surprises still weren't over. After the video ended, staff members rolled out a hidden stage platform that no one had noticed before. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted into pure festivity as a group of children, dressed as little angels with pastel wings, walked out holding balloons. Each balloon carried a tiny note tied to its string, containing blessings and positive affirmations written by close family and friends. The children walked toward Song Hye Kyo, gently placing the balloons at her feet, while Min-ho kneeled to untie the notes and read them aloud. One note read, "May this child grow in love and light." Another said, "May they inherit their parents' kindness and strength." Each message carried warmth and sincerity, making everyone emotional. When Min-ho read the last note, his voice trembled slightly. "May this child always know that they were wanted, loved, and celebrated even before they entered this world." The hall fell into a silence so profound that you could almost hear every heartbeat in sync. Hye Kyo wept softly, hugging Min-ho tightly as the guests wiped their own tears. And just when it felt like the evening had reached its emotional peak, fireworks erupted outside the hall. Through the glass-paneled walls, bursts of gold, pink, and blue lit up the night sky, reflecting onto the faces of the guests. Min-ho had arranged this final touch, knowing how much Hye Kyo adored fireworks. She gasped, placing her hand over her mouth, before leaning against his chest to watch. Their silhouettes framed by the glowing lights became the most photographed moment of the evening, quickly flooding social media with captions like, "This is what love looks like," and "Their fairy tale is real." Lovely viewers, think about it. This wasn't just a baby shower. It was a masterclass in love, a real-life fairy tale, and a promise to the world that Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's story was only beginning a new chapter. The baby shower wasn't just for their unborn child. It was also a way of giving thanks, a way of honoring family, friends, and fans who had walked alongside them through the ups and downs. As the night slowly wound down, guests began to leave, still buzzing with excitement. Many whispered that it was the most elegant and meaningful baby shower they had ever attended. Some celebrities admitted they were inspired to plan their own celebrations with the same level of heart and intention. Meanwhile, Min-ho and Hye Kyo stayed behind, walking around the now quiet hall, hand in hand, taking in the beauty of everything together. They paused at the decorated tables, looked at the notes tied to balloons, and stood silently before the arch of roses that had welcomed them earlier. It was as if they wanted to engrave every detail into their hearts. Before leaving, Min-ho turned to the staff, hugging them one by one and saying, "Thank you for helping me give her this moment. Thank you for helping us give this to our child." Hye Kyo, still glowing with joy, bowed deeply and added, "This is something I will never forget." And that's when a small but precious moment happened. As they stepped out into the cool night air, Min-ho gently placed his hand on Hye Kyo's baby bump and whispered, "This was for you too, little one." She looked at him, her eyes soft with love, and replied, "Our baby will feel this love forever." Those who overheard couldn't hold back their tears. Lovely viewers, Doesn't it warm your heart to know that love this pure exists not only in dramas and movies but in real life too? That night became a story that would be told for years to come, not just because of the glamour, the fireworks, or the celebrity appearances, but because of the unshakable bond between two people who decided to celebrate life with authenticity and love. And even after the event, the ripples continued. The following morning, headlines across South Korea and beyond were filled with photos and stories about the baby shower. Magazines called it the most beautiful baby shower in Asia. Online forums buzzed with discussions about the baby's future. Will the child grow up to be as talented as their parents? Will they one day step into the entertainment world? Fans couldn't stop speculating, creating edits of what the baby might look like by blending Min-ho's and Hye Kyo's features digitally. Some fans even joked, "This baby already has more fan clubs than most celebrities." The baby shower wasn't just an event. It became a movement. Fans from around the world organized charity drives in honor of the baby, donating to children's hospitals, orphanages, and maternal health programs. They said it was their way of continuing the shower of love theme, spreading love beyond the couple and into the world. Both Min-ho and Hye Kyo publicly thanked their fans for turning a personal milestone into a global wave of kindness. The energy of that night carried forward, sparking ripples of joy, inspiration, and warmth across borders and communities, transforming the baby shower into a living memory that continues to grow and blossom. In the days following the glamorous celebration, social media platforms buzzed endlessly. Fans shared edited clips of the serenade, of Min-ho's trembling voice as he sang to his unborn child, and of Hye Kyo's tearful reaction. These clips went viral, gathering millions of views within hours. Hashtags trended globally, not just in Korea but in countries as far as Brazil, Nigeria, and India. People who had never followed K-drama culture before found themselves enchanted by the couple's love story. Even international media outlets picked it up, describing the baby shower as a modern-day royal celebration. But perhaps what made the aftermath even more inclusive was how fans began to interact with one another. Forums lit up with discussions where fans from different countries shared their thoughts and blessings. Someone from the Philippines wrote, "We are so proud of them. This is the kind of love story we all dream about." A fan from Turkey responded, "Yes, and what makes it so special is that it's genuine, you can feel it." Then someone from South Africa chimed in, "Their love connects us, even though we are from different cultures." Lovely viewers, it was as if the baby shower created an invisible family across the globe, all united by the joy of one couple. The couple themselves didn't just sit back and watch this unfold. A few days later, Lee Min-ho took to his Instagram with a heartfelt post. He shared a photo from the night, not a posed glamorous one, but a candid shot of him holding Song Hye Kyo's hand as she laughed with her eyes closed. The caption read, "The most beautiful laughter is the one shared with family. Thank you to everyone who made this night unforgettable. Our baby felt all of your love."